Today, we're comparing two famous Nissan SUVs to see which one is right for you. Comment down below what you choose.
Hey guys, my name's Brendan Maslin. I'm the General Sales Manager here at Pkwy Nissan in Hamilton, Ontario. Today, we're going to be reviewing with you the 2023 Nissan Rogue SL. Let's get right into it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, click the link at the top of the description for your YouTube only incentive. First, we're going to start off here with the front end of the vehicle. The front end here of this Nissan Rogue, I love what they've done with this new generation of Nissan Rogue, where we have the turn signal LED at the very top here with the headlight below, all LED, and everything built into this particular housing. Nissan has stuck with this for a few years now, and I love what they've done with it. It has a V-motion grille and the now infamous white lettered embroidered Nissan badging they've done across the brand on multiple different models. This Nissan Rogue SL is equipped with frontal collision avoidance, emergency front braking built into it that comes on the factory spec, and a front nose camera. So when you make those trips to Costco or the busy parking lots on weekends, we've all been there, this is going to help distinguish exactly where the front end of that vehicle is, so you don't run into an issue in a small accidental rear ending of somebody else and destroying that gorgeous front end of your car. Looking at the side here of the vehicle, Nissan over the past few years has added this black cladding to all of its makes and models. And the reason for that is cars previously, that if this were painted, would get scuffed, damaged from small and or big things, in most cases accidentally. So they've gone to this because it's a much more durable material and won't show the wear and tear like paint would. The wheels that come specifically on the SL here are 19-inch. And I love what the manufacturer's done over the past few years, gotten away from just a simple brushed aluminum one color look, and they've added in a bit of a gunmetallic flare with some nice sparkle to really make those rims pop. As we go down the side of the vehicle here, Nissan has on the specific SL trim here, on SL and Platinum, the Nissan's around view camera system. So you have a bird's eye view of the front of the car. You have one on the side of the vehicle, so it helps with knowing exactly where those curbs and limits are. And then you also have the turn signal indicator where it's going to help that person driving beside you on the highway. As we move along here, Nissan has used this for a number of years, still to this day, with their famous Nissan's intelligent key system, where it offers a bit of functionality to that, where you can, on approach or departure, the car will unlock or lock itself, or by the simple touch of just the button itself, you can open the door, and same thing on exit, push the button and it'll also lock that vehicle for you. As we look a little bit down below, they've added a bit of that chrome down to the very bottom here, just to tie in with the chrome they have sitting up top. Tinted windows come on SL model. It's a feature that comes with it. But the thing that I most love, and let me know what you think in the comments section down below, is they've built the roof racks right into the actual roof of the car. I know a lot of manufacturers still to this day have a roof rack where there's a good inch or two sitting in between, and a lot of complaints come from that for wind noise and for anybody sitting in the rear of the vehicle. It makes it quite a bit of a distraction for passengers inside for your cabin. This here helps with that, and it also just ties in that more sleek finish to the top of the vehicle and tying in those chrome accents throughout. Guys, here we are at the back of the 2023 Nissan Rogue, and I just want to talk a little bit about what the designers did with this vehicle. They've given it some nice hips that flare out from the rear of the vehicle with a nice tie-in of the LED rear taillights, and I love how they've added in the badging on the rear. Nissan's done this on a few vehicles like our Titan, Nissan Rogue, Nissan Pathfinder, Nissan Armada, and it just gives a very bold statement to anyone that's behind the vehicle to know exactly what's sitting in front of them. Looking at the vehicle here, we have our rear emergency braking sensors. It comes with your rear camera, which ties into the around view camera again on this particular vehicle. And again, that lovely white embroidered Nissan logo. Hard to mistake that you're driving a Nissan Rogue in this case. Let's get into the back of the vehicle. Great feature that comes on Nissan is for those people that might live in a condo or underground parking, if that's where you possibly live and or work, you may have to work with ceiling heights that don't allow this to open to its full capability. So with Nissan Rogue, the engineers allowed it to go to a much higher height, and you can set whatever height that you need. Myself, I'm about 6'1", and I need a little bit more clearance and headroom, and I typically won't be parking underground. This particular vehicle now allows me to have good clearance, whereas some vehicles in this segment, you'd have a harder time standing underneath the tailgate without hitting your head or injuring yourself. As we get into it here, there's quite a few different things that you can do with the rear of this car. Right now, the vehicle does offer a near folding flat floor, but I'll just point out a few things. So we have the tonneau cover that comes with the vehicle, fully removable as well. And inside, we now have a flat floor. That floor at times, if you have things like watermelons or objects in the rear, soccer balls, anything that is going to potentially roll around and get damaged as you're driving, there is a option where you can actually contain some of those belongings that are sitting in the cargo area of the vehicle. The floor sits up, it's designed to do this, and it gives the functionality when you most need it, and you can adjust to different levels. So that's a good look at the rear of the vehicle. Let's hop inside now and check out what the interior is about. The first thing I want to talk about when you first get in this Nissan Rogue is the comfort and functionality. Nissan still to this day has Nissan NASA-inspired zero-gravity seating in the driver and passenger front seats of this vehicle. What does that mean? That helps with blood circulation and help to reduce fatigue over those longer drives. Inside, I just want to talk a little bit about the fit and finish. So Nissan has some nice hard plastics that'll help with durability. They have some beautiful soft touches on the armrest and for those that are going to get into those longer drives. And then it has a gorgeous stainless steel finish on the door panel that offers the driver and multiple drivers memory seats, power windows, foldable mirrors, and lockout feature as well for those passengers in the rear. If we look at the actual driver's perspective, we're met with a large digital screen that offers a ton of clarity. A lot of manufacturers still to this day in 2025, their vehicles don't offer a lot of that clarity, and you're looking at screens trying to figure out and get the information that you want back to you. This vehicle offers simplicity at its best with pure clarity. If we look inside here, this Nissan Rogue has automatic headlights that are LED on this particular spec. All of your remote controls right from the ease of your two palms, Pro Pilot Assist, and all of your Bluetooth functionality down below. It does come with heated seats, a heated steering wheel, which also offers you a remote start for those cold winter days, and a gorgeous heads-up display screen in the middle of the dash here that offers you Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and much, much more. Down below here, we have your push button start with USB and USB-C functionality. It does offer for those that don't want to have the wires sticking out. You have your wireless connectivity charger down below. Some massive cup holders for your Stanley and Yeti fans. I love what Nissan has done over the past few years with their shifters. The shifter is very easy to use and seamless when you want to put it into either reverse or into drive. And with this new electric system that they're doing, it frees up a lot of space so the engineers can create more storage. If you look down below the vehicle in the center console here, it offers a substantial amount of space that you could put your purse, wallet, iPad, phone, or any belongings you may have that otherwise just wouldn't fit. It has a dual panel moonroof. This is a great feature for Nissan. A lot of manufacturers still to this day have a single style one pane moonroof. I think it's a great thing that Nissan offers this in many of their vehicles, where it offers a few different options where it can go from front all the way to the rear, and it just creates a whole different ambiance for the passenger sitting in the back. Not to mention, you get a little bit of extra that vitamin D. Let's hop into the back of the car just so I can show you how much space is in the rear of this vehicle. So sitting in the back seat of this car, I think for anybody that's sitting in the rear of this vehicle would be thankful for the amount of space that it has for legroom, headroom, and for the fact that for those longer drives that need ample back support, the rear seats do ever so slightly recline, just taking some of that pressure off. A beautiful center armrest with large cup holders, a blind for the rear passengers if they don't want that light coming through, or if there's children sitting in the rear of the vehicle. Handles for getting in and out of the vehicle, mood lighting for the rear, and down below here, and a lot of features that some vehicles in this segment don't offer, and that is functionality to control the indoor temperature, along with heated seats, USB and USB-C. Something great where when you have passengers in the rear of the vehicle, they're not fighting over cords from the front to the back. With ease, we can simply have a phone or iPad in the back and plug it in right to the back, not necessarily interrupting the people that are up front. I love the feel of this vehicle in the rear, and I'd love for you to check this vehicle out. The heart and soul of this bad boy is a 1.5 3-cylinder turbo. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on this. We're in a segment where some manufacturers have gone to hybrid, some still using a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, and then we have Nissan using a 3-cylinder 1.5. We believe that the technology in this particular car offers the consumer an insane amount of horsepower considering the size of the engine as a 1.5, offering the customer 201 horsepower and generating very similar torque. And that's very comparable for vehicles that are either 4 cylinders or offer bigger engines. We're going to be checking out a review on the 2024 Nissan Pathfinder. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, click the link at the top of the description for your YouTube-only incentive. Take a look at the front end of this new Nissan Pathfinder in this generation. What I love what they've done on this specific model is they've incorporated the LED headlights and daytime running lamps into a fixed design. As we go along and check out the front of the vehicle, Nissan has been infamous and known for their Pathfinder grille, where it's a 3-scoop design. Still on this next generation of Nissan Pathfinder, Nissan has now gone to a white embroidered style Nissan logo, and it's a bold in-your-face look. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of that. As we look down below, Nissan on the Pathfinder Platinum here specifically has added in frontal collision avoidance, emergency braking, and for those Costco mornings at 10 a.m. when you can't find a traffic or a parking spot, a front camera where you know exactly where the nose of the vehicle is. Taking a look here at the side of the Nissan Pathfinder, I want to point out to you one thing I really love that they've done. In a lot of new vehicles today, we're seeing a lot of manufacturers go to a brushed aluminum look, and then they add in a bit of a black flare or accent to those wheels that come from the OEM. Nissan specifically has been doing this a lot with many brands, but as we look here on the Nissan Pathfinder Platinum Edition, on these beautiful 20-inch wheels, it gives a bit of that flair. Here we have it. Moving a little further down the side of the vehicle here, this Pathfinder specifically is finished in the phenomenal boulder gray finish with the black two-top exterior two-tone. On the side here, black glossy mirrors finished with a turn signal, turn indicator, so when you're driving down those busy freeways and highways, you're gonna give some notice to the person that's driving beside you. As we move along, looking at everything here, Nissan, a little bit of chrome accent down the side. Also, let me know what you think of that. We're doing that on a lot of our vehicles, Nissan Rogue, Nissan Pathfinder, we've seen that specifically. We look at the top. Beautiful thing with Nissan, comes with the crossbars, not an additional add from the factory, right from OEM spec, comes with this vehicle. As we look to the rear of the vehicle, Nissan is adding this black cladding to a lot of our vehicles. I think it's a great thing. What we're seeing is a lot of vehicles, we all get it. There's times you're driving through the busy streets of your city and you hit a pothole or you're a little bit of off-roading, and if this is paint, it gets scuffed up real quick, right? Nissan is adding in the black cladding on all of our vehicles, and it just helps if someone's scuffed up against us with a shopping cart or their jeans or belt buckle, it's not going to ruin the paint finish on that vehicle for you. I think what people love about this new Pathfinder so much is the magnificent rear end. When you're driving down that road and you see this in front of you, it really pops and stands out. I love what they've done with Pathfinder right across the back. We're seeing that a lot with many manufacturers, specifically Dodge Ram, Ford Raptor, where they badged and brand the back of the vehicle. And I love what Nissan has done specifically here. We have that beautiful white embroidered logo at the front, or at the top here, and then at the very bottom underneath, the beautiful Pathfinder logos underneath. So the one safety feature as well, it's really important for backing the vehicle up or finding that busy parking spot, as we've all lived and encounter every single day of our lives, is the rear emergency braking that comes with this vehicle. If something's behind that you just can't see, or navigating your way through that, you've got this to help you guide and get you through those days. Also underneath here, we have our rear view backup camera, which also assists, and it also gives us predictive lines in showing where that vehicle is going to go. The one thing that is a massive thing that we talk about here with Nissan Pathfinder is it has class-leading towing. The Nissan Pathfinder, for specifically the 2024 and 2025 Pathfinders, have class-leading towing at 6,000 pounds. With the Nissan Pathfinder, from the factory, it has the hitch, again, no additional costs. Wiring for that Pathfinder already comes from the factory, no additional costs or dealer charges that'll come in addition to purchasing this vehicle. Let's get into the back of the vehicle. Power liftgate comes on Pathfinder Platinum. Beautiful thing about this is we all have our drivers and passengers that come with different height, and that's okay. The Pathfinder Platinum right now has been adjusted to open to this height right here, but probably a little bit low for what I would need. Beautiful thing with Pathfinder, we can raise it up a little bit more, giving myself a little bit more clearance. I'm about 6'1", and then we can just adjust the memory to this new height that we need, just like that. So come with me, let's have a look at the rear of the Pathfinder Platinum. Pathfinder Platinum from factory comes standard with cargo liner, rear protective mat, and as shown. In the back here, one thing that we love about it is it's a 3-passenger along the rear. Some manufacturers offer a 2, and then you have the beautiful captain's chair sitting in the second row for ease of transition for getting those passengers into the rear. I have 3 children. They're heavily involved in sports and in hockey. And I can tell you, based on my experience of having this exact spec and color of vehicle personally myself, that I can fit 3 hockey bags in here with ease and transport the kids to and from and be on the road on those hectic days back and forth from the arenas. In the summertime, if you're not into hockey, I can tell you, if you're going golfing with your friends or family, you can very easily get the golf bags here in the back, seat everybody comfortably in the beautiful captain's chairs, and have a wonderful day out on the golf course. Now, if you want to come with me, we'll hop inside the vehicle and take a look at the inside. Guys, sitting inside this new Pathfinder generation is freaking amazing. Sitting inside here, it has the chestnut interior finished with a beautiful, almost baseball-like interior. Super soft to touch, not cheap feeling, and they've really spent the money to make sure the ambiance inside this Pathfinder was what it should be for someone looking in this type of vehicle in this class. As we look around a little bit, this beautiful chestnut interior finished with a beautiful stitching across, a gorgeous brushed aluminum finish on the door panels, and a piano jet black gloss finish to the trim. They've really done a really good job in making sure that when someone's sitting in this Pathfinder, whether you have children in the back, grandparents in the back, or it's just a family of 1 or 2, that you're really gonna enjoy sitting inside this vehicle. I'm really taken back by the pure ambiance and look of how it looks when you're sitting inside this beautiful chair. The one thing I really want to put emphasis on is Nissan's done a fantastic job with their technology in a lot of their vehicles, but especially the new Pathfinder. The heads-up display, the 12.5-inch LED screen that we have for the driver's assist system is clear as anything. We've all been in cars where it's fuzzy and it's hard to see the speedometer and some of the things that you would see directly in front of you. It is crisp as anything, like you're watching a television on HD as I sit here in this vehicle right now. I'm surrounded by beautiful amenities and features with Pro Pilot, heated steering wheel. I have a beautiful flat bottom steering wheel to mention with the Nissan Pathfinder. They've done that with a lot of their vehicles that came from Nissan GTR and 370Z, and they've done this to give a bit of a sporty feel to the vehicle, and it helps with the ease and transitioning from getting in and out of the vehicle at any given time. Again, same thing with Nissan. They've added in that infamous now white embroidered logo right on the steering wheel, so you're never forgetting what vehicle you're in. Also with the lovely Pathfinder touches down at the bottom. And as we go through, we'll take a look here at the technology. Same thing here, looking at the massive screen that they've given us It's very easy to use. You know, some vehicles, you get in them and it's hard as you're pushing through on different buttons. They're laggy, they take time. Not with the Nissan Pathfinder. It's prompt, it's quick as we navigate through and want to make changes, whether it's for audio, comfort, or simply for our temperature control. Everything here with Pathfinder is very easy and easy to use. Nissan Pathfinder Platinum, again, heated steering wheel comes in this model, heated seats for front and rear passengers, but also cooled seats. Day like today, it's 25, 26 degrees Celsius. I need that cooled seat, and that's helping me right now get through this. Up front here, we've got a beautiful wireless charger, USB-C, USB. If you're going to the beach and need to blow up any rafts or paddle boards, you've got a tool here to help you do so. Down below here, we've got a few different drive modes. Right now we have it in just a normal mode. There's an eco mode, sport, a mud and rut for those enthusiasts that want to get a little bit more adventuristic. We've got a sand mode if you're going to go out to the dunes, and an auto mode, which I typically drive it in most of the times, depending on where we're going. I want to talk a little bit about the gear shifts. Nissan's done a fabulous job in simplifying the shifter. We've all been in cars where we get in and it's clunky and it feels weird. Nissan, just simple buttons now, reverse, park, and for neutral. Simplicity sometimes is the winner here. In doing so, it's allowed Nissan to develop a storage space down below. So if you have your iPads, your purse, your wallet, if you have a massive phone that just won't fit up here above, you've got the space down below to do so. Just makes it a lot easier. Lastly here, we've got the auto hold, electric parking brake, and a auto on off when you're idling at those red lights to help with your fuel consumption. Nissan's done a fabulous job with the dual panel moonroof on Pathfinder SL, SL Premium, and Platinum. And it just allows a natural ambiance of light to come in for the driver, passengers, and rear occupants of the vehicle, giving a welcoming feeling wherever you're going to be going on your next road trip. Just want to highlight Nissan, same thing in this new Pathfinder, has done a fabulous job with making the best use of where they can for storage space. Down below here, I'll open up here, lovely glove box in here, got your owner's manual in here, lug nuts, key access, etc. And then above, they have a rubberized material here. And I believe they've done this here for those that maybe you're on the road all the time, maybe you're looking for something to add here, whether it be a pen or your glasses, and you can sit them up here in this lovely little spot, and it goes back about 7 to 8 inches. So it's in your peripheral vision here to access whenever needed. Down here in the center console, we've got about 16 inches deep and about 12 inches wide, a great amount of storage space. Being a driver here of the Nissan Pathfinder, I must say, we all have been there before. It's tough to give up that space and armrest to the passenger sitting aside you. So what Nissan has done here, they've given a super wide armrest with a massive amount of space down below. That's it for the front. Let's get in the back of the vehicle and check it out. We're in the back now of this Pathfinder. As I mentioned to you earlier in the video, I'm approximately 6'1". This is where I would sit with that driver's seat in the exact same position. Now sitting in the rear, the seats are adjustable. I'm fully back right now in the Nissan Pathfinder. And again, this model comes equipped with the captain's chairs. The captain's chairs, as I sit here right now, I'd welcome any idea to do a long road trip cross country sitting in the back here. I have ample space, tons of leg room, lots of headroom, and I'm comfortable. Alongside me here, I've got beautiful sized cup holders that would fit a Yeti mug, or for those that love their Stanleys. I've got sunshade for my children in the back, or for those that just don't want that extra vitamin D. Might get hot at times, we've all been there. Vents for the rear, lights of course in the evening when you want that extra mood lighting. Down below we have temperature control, heated seats for these captain's chairs, USB-A and USB-C down below, and a 120 volt plug-in down below here as well. As we move into the middle, this particular Pathfinder, the way it's equipped is a 7-seater. 2 captain's chairs, 3 in the rear, but it can be equipped with a bench seat across, which you could then get an 8-seater, giving you 3 for the middle and 3 for the rear. The lovely thing they've done for those that don't want to, if they have children's seats in the captain's chair here, is it's easy access to the rear. This console here in the middle is fully removable. Takes maybe 20 to 30 seconds, 2 screws, easily pop it out. So I'm actually gonna hop into that third row right now so you can get an experience firsthand and how I fit in the back. So I'm now in the third row of the Pathfinder. Some vehicles for someone my size, this just wouldn't be possible. Now, in saying that, if the driver was inviting me to come on a short journey to the ice cream store, I'd be game and in for that. But if they were telling me that I was going on a road trip down to Florida, I'd probably be opting for some airfare. I have to be honest. There are 3 seats back here where you could actually get 3 people my size. We've all been there before where we've had a buddy that needs you to bring along his children to play those extra sports and activities. If you had to, there are 3 seats in the back that can be quite comfortable for a short journey to your next destination. A great feature as well in the back of these new Nissan Pathfinders, it has USB plugins in the rear of the vehicle, so you're not fishing wires from the front of the vehicle to get your children's iPads or iPhones charged. Great feature I love in this new Nissan Pathfinder. Let's hop out of the vehicle right now and we'll get some final thoughts on what we think of the vehicle. In the heart and soul of this baby, a 3.5 naturally aspirated V6 engine that produces 286 horsepower and 261 pound-feet of torque, mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Thank you so much for checking out our video. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, make sure you check us out at Pkwy Nissan, and we'll see you in the next video.